Hi guys, welcome to another Day Tips Live. As usual, I'm going to wait a little bit for some of you guys to start joining me. But the theme of this live, the theme of this video is going to be the difference between customers and sales. I speak about that often on this YouTube channel. What's the difference between having just making a sale and actually having a customer, and why it's so important to kind of have customers. And are we taking some questions? If there are any questions live, if there aren't any questions live, and you're watching this after the fact, then do feel free to drop me a comment in the comment section about any of the themes that I cover in this video or in this live. So like I said, we're going to be speaking about the difference between customers and just making one-off sales, and how you can optimize your business to actually drive customers. You want to be driving both. You want to be driving sales, and you want to be retaining those sales and keeping them as customers. I'm seeing a couple of you guys joining me live, so please do leave a comment letting me know that you're here. Also, do interact. Let me know what it is that you're struggling with in terms of your business, so I can try and address those issues specifically. So yeah, do let me know who you are, who's joining me, and let's get interacting. So I'm going to start off with driving customers to your business. So obviously there's a difference between getting a sale and getting a customer. A sale is someone who might just come to your website and make a purchase. You got Unica Dance Events. Thank you for joining us live again. Always joining us. That's incredible. Great to see you. So a sale is when someone comes to your website and makes a purchase. A customer, however, is someone who's more loyal. So an example of a customer, if you've watched my previous videos on this channel, you will know I am a customer of Amazon. So Amazon, the reason why they're one of the biggest e-commerce brands in the world is not just their ability to make sales, but it's their ability to retain their customers. People don't just buy from Amazon once. They buy from Amazon again and again and again. And that's one of the reasons why Amazon is such a huge company today, because they have the ability to retain their customers, and their customers frequently buy from them. So you want to create a similar thing. I often see a lot of entrepreneurs who already have some sort of existing audience. Now, a lot of you might be starting from scratch with your business, with your e-commerce brand. Maybe it's a completely new brand, with your consulting service, with your fitness program, whatever it is, you might be completely new. But for some of you guys, you might actually already have some sort of following, some sort of email list. If you've been watching my videos, you would have an email list. You might have some sort of presence somewhere on the internet, and you can use that to your advantage when selling your products online, because normally if you've already got an audience, those people won't just buy once, but they will buy multiple times from you. And that in itself can actually be a very lucrative business. And obviously you can expand your brand and try and reach new people and so on and so forth. But I always, whenever I'm sitting down with a new client and we're going over marketing strategies, I always look at the lowest hanging fruit in marketing. What we know is the lowest hanging fruit, which is who are the people who you already know, or who already know you, who are likely to do business with you. And you can pull them in and get them in as customers. So some throwaway tips before I get into like the meat of it, some throwaway tips that can help you to turn someone from someone who's just bought from you once into someone who is actually willing to do business with you again and again and again down the line. Some basic things that you want to keep in mind, like customer service is definitely one. So you want to make sure that you are providing high quality customer service. If someone has a really good experience, a really positive experience with your service, with your communication, with how you're operating your business, then that can dramatically impact their decision to do business with you again later on down the line. So you want to keep that in mind. You want to make sure that your customers have a great experience with your product, with your service, and just their buying experience is as pleasant as physically possible on your website. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is the quality of your product, which kind of goes into customer service itself as well. And I speak about this all of the time on this YouTube channel. Your product is marketing in itself. If your product is good, then more often than not, it will sell itself. Now, you might have to put some marketing behind it to kind of get the ball rolling. But if your product is good, then not only will your customers want to buy it, but they will want to buy it again because they had a great experience. They had a great time with you. They got the results that they needed, and they're going to continue to buy from you. So make sure you're actually selling a product that is good. And this is one of the reasons why I don't necessarily advocate, things like drop shipping. I don't necessarily have anything against it, but you just have to make sure you're selling products that are actually good. Are they worthwhile? Are they high quality? So if you are doing drop shipping or another kind of method, you might want to actually send the product to yourself first so you can test it, make sure it's good, high quality products that you're actually selling. So people are getting something worth the money. People are getting something quality that encourages them to actually make purchases with you later on down the line. So that's definitely something that you want to keep in mind. And if it's your service as well, make sure your service is top notch. Go above and beyond for your customers and really be genuine with who you serve. And this is one of the reasons as well why I strongly speak on my YouTube channel about doing something that you're passionate about, doing something that you enjoy. Don't just start a business online for the sake of making money, but actually start a business online because you want to serve that community. If you're passionate about fitness, then start a fitness brand. If you're passionate about business, then start something about business. If you're passionate about golf, then start a business around golf. Do something around the topic that you are passionate about, and that passion will reign through when you're doing your marketing, but also when you're producing your product or when you're delivering your service, and you are a lot more likely to connect with your customers on a much deeper level. And as a result, they're likely to do business with you again. So, a few housekeeping things to keep in mind is just make sure that your business is of high quality and maintains a high standard. Now, another really obvious way to kind of maintain customers who have purchased from you in the past is to keep top of mind. So how do you keep top of mind? How do you make sure that your customers are seeing you elsewhere? So once they've made a purchase from your website, that shouldn't be the end of the communications. There should be other communications as well that goes into it. You should be thinking about, things such as creating content on social media. So starting a YouTube channel, starting an Instagram, starting a Twitter, starting a Pinterest account, starting a LinkedIn account. Now, you don't have to create all of these accounts, but you should have some sort of online presence. If you have an online presence, it's not only a way to drive new customers to you. Sometimes as entrepreneurs and business owners, a lot of people I speak to, we're way too focused on driving new customers. How do I get new people? And on my Instagram yesterday, I actually spoke about the importance of really serving the people who are currently in your community. If it's 10 people, if it's 20 people, if it's 50 people, really service the people who are currently in your community. I spoke about that on my Insta. My Instagram is @daytips. It's right there. Make sure you go and check my Instagram out. Go and give me a follow there, because I'm putting out content that you just won't see here on YouTube, because it's just easier to create content on the fly there. So make sure you go and follow me there on Instagram. I'm seeing a few people joining in, so do get involved in the chat. Do let me know what you've got, what questions you've got, and what issues you've got specifically, and I'll try and jump in and answer those. Unica Dance Events says, so true. It is really true. Make sure you're doing something you're passionate about, that will come through. Make sure you're creating content. So content is really cool, because you want to make sure you're putting out content on a platform that your potential customers are actually there. So if your customers are on Pinterest, for example, if you serve a community of people who are maybe females in their mid to late 30s, then you know your customers, a large majority of them might be on Pinterest. So if they are your customers and they make a purchase and they buy from you, then that's not it. That's not the be all and end all. You want to, when you send them follow-up emails, if you're doing email marketing, which you should be doing, and I'm going to be speaking about that afterwards, but I've got a whole playlist on this YouTube channel on email marketing and how you can utilize it to help facilitate further sales for your business. So make sure you go ahead and watch some of those videos, because that's going to really be helpful to you guys. But once someone has made a purchase and they're on your email list, you don't have to only send them to your website to make a purchase or to make a buying decision, but you can also send them to your social media handles as well. So, send them to your Instagram, send them to your Pinterest, and create content there that will help them, that will be beneficial to them. The 3 pillars, if you've been watching these lives, you will know the 3 pillars to creating high quality content is creating content for your target customers, or for your current customers in this case. Create content that is educating, that is entertaining, or that is inspiring your target customer. If your content is not doing one of those 3 things, then it's not high quality content, and it's not likely to be serving the purpose that you need. But here is a perfect example. And I see this in my business. I see this in a lot of my clients' businesses as well. Is they might have a client who comes to their potential client who comes to their website and doesn't make a buying decision right there and then. But then they decide, I'm going to follow this company on Facebook or on Instagram, and the company is posting. So although that person hasn't bought anything yet, they're seeing all of this post, they're seeing all of the engaging content, and it keeps your brand top of mind for that particular customer or those particular customers, because there could be many people who are in that kind of phase of they're following you, but they haven't made a purchase yet, but they're thinking about it. And as you're posting out great content, then there's a possibility that you're able to convert those people from just people who are casual, website visitors, into people who warm up to the idea of doing business with you. So a great example of this is if you are a counselor, for example, and someone comes to your website and they're a little bit depressed, maybe they need your services, but they don't make a buying decision when they come to your site, but they see that you have an Instagram and they go and they follow your Instagram page, and that's all they do. They just follow your Instagram. And if you're someone who doesn't update your Instagram often, but you just have your Instagram there in your profile, then that person might forget about you. That person might forget that they even followed you because there's no new content coming out. But if you're posting content about mental health, about, what to do when you're feeling down, about techniques that you should implement if you're going through depression, or how to deal with bereavement, how to deal with a breakup, all of those kinds of things, those kinds of posts, if you're putting that out on Instagram or whatever your chosen platform is, then the people who've come across your site but haven't made a buying decision yet, there's a chance that they actually see that content and are inspired to be like, oh, wait a minute, I remember visiting this person's or this company's website a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I've been seeing their content and it's really helped me out. I think I actually need to go and do some therapy sessions with them, or some fitness sessions with them, or to buy their product if it's an e-commerce brand. So really start thinking about that. And when they do purchase a package with you or a product from you, they're still following you on these social platforms. So as you're posting, they are remembering you and like, oh yeah, let me go back to their website again and make an additional purchase. So that's one way to help you to retain your customers. So another way to help you to retain your customers, I've spoken about it before, is to make sure that you are doing email marketing. It's a great way for a number of reasons. Now, obviously, the most obvious way is to do some of the techniques I've spoken about before on this YouTube channel. Lead generation, having a lead magnet, something of value, something that is valuable to your potential customers that you give away for free in return for a name and an email address. And then you can email market your customers, and someone who's purchased from you as well. You can actually connect your email marketing software I prefer to use Aweber, but there's Aweber, there's MailChimp, there's Constant Contact, there's Infusionsoft. There's so many different email marketing platforms and providers out there that you can use. So you can connect your email marketing platform to your payment gateway. So if someone pays through Stripe or through PayPal or through whatever method, you can actually get that person to become part of your database, part of your email list. And what you can do is email them out again, maybe similar products to what they bought. So you want to make sure you tag as well. Make sure you tag people who buy a product. So if you have 5 products on your website, for example, let's say it's a shoe store and you have 5 different types of shoes people can buy, then you want to make sure that people get tagged when they buy the individual products. So if it's a red shoe, a blue shoe, a green shoe, a purple shoe, a yellow shoe, then you want to make sure that when someone buys the red shoe, they are tagged red shoe in your database as well. And I'm going to be doing tutorials and stuff like this soon as well. So again, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're following along so you don't miss these videos. But essentially, you want to make sure you're tagging people. So when you are going into your email database and you're sending emails, you can actually send targeted emails. If you know someone has bought a yellow shoe, then they might also want a yellow handbag or yellow hat or scarf or whatnot. And you can use that to your advantage to send really targeted emails to your list. So Unica Dance Event says, I starting my personal brand on my passion, personal growth, development, entrepreneurship, and spirituality, lifestyle basics. Yeah. So it's super key. And I'm going to kind of delve into this more, but when you're creating a brand around your passion or something you're really knowledgeable about, then that helps you to create content. So that helps you with a lot of the keys that I'm speaking about in this YouTube channel, because it doesn't become a chore now for you to create, like, let's say Unica Dance Events, let's say that, you know, they created a brand about personal growth, and that's something that they're passionate about. So they can actually now start creating content, YouTube videos, Instagram posts, Facebook posts, LinkedIn posts, you know, ads on Facebook. They can be producing content that helps to not only drive new customers, but retain their current customers. And they're able to produce that content on the fly because it's a passion. Maybe they read a lot of books about self-development and personal growth. And, you know, they can recommend books to their audience. Maybe they've got their own personal growth stories they can put on Instagram and share that, or on YouTube and share that with their customers, past, present, and future. And that's a great way to kind of grow your brand. So lastly is retargeting. So you can retarget people. There's 2 main ways. You can do pixel retargeting, or you can retarget your existing website visitors or your followers. So like I mentioned, email marketing is super important, but you don't only have to email your customers. If you have a database of customers, you can upload that database to your chosen paid marketing gateway most of the time. So just for example, on Facebook, you can upload your custom email addresses to Facebook, and you can market directly to people who are currently on your email list. You can also create what's known as a lookalike audience. You can do similar things with YouTube marketing and other platforms as well. So you can create like lookalike audiences or similar audiences, and basically your ad platform will look at the people you've uploaded, so the email list you've uploaded, and they will find people on their platform who are similar to the people on your mailing list or your website visitors or your current followers, so that you have a bigger audience. So if you have an audience at the moment of 1,000 people, then, you know, Facebook will show you, hey, look, these 100,000 people have similar characteristics to the 1,000 people who have already done business with you. Would you like to advertise to these people as well? And that could prove very lucrative for you. I see a lot of companies making the mistake of not serving ads to people who have already bought for them, or serving ads to lookalike or similar audiences, because that is where most of the money is. If you're serving ads to people who've never heard about you before, and it's not a lookalike audience, and it's not people who are warmed up to the idea of potentially doing business with you, then that's going to be a harder person or harder people to convert than people who kind of know you, trust you a little bit. They've been following you for a little while. They're on your email list. Maybe they're past customers. Those are going to be easier people to target. So if you're struggling, if you're doing paid ads at the moment and you're struggling to get your paid ads to convert, then I would say to stop running cold traffic, stop sending visitors to your website who have never been before, but start sending people who have been before. And that's where the pixel comes into it. So pixel retargeting is when you have a little snippet of code from your target, your ad platform. So from Facebook or from YouTube, wherever it is, from Google, wherever it is that you are doing your paid ads, whatever platform you're using, they'll give you a snippet of code you can put on your website, and this will track your website visitors. So you might notice, for example, when you go onto Amazon and you look at specific shoes, for example, and then you go to YouTube, all of a sudden you're seeing an advert for these shoes. That's because you have been pixel retargeted. And the reasons why the bigger companies are doing this is because they are aware that this type of targeting actually converts a lot better than just sending cold traffic to their website of people who haven't visited before. So those are a few things to keep in mind. I'm coming towards the end now. So if there are any questions, do let me know in the chat. If not, then let me know in the comments and I'll answer after this live. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining on. Just as a recap, we spoke about, how do you get your customers to buy again and not just make one-off purchases? One is by having a quality product, making sure the quality of your products or your service is really up there. Two is having quality customer service, making sure you're actually being friendly, making sure that you're responding to customers in a timely manner, making sure that the buying process on your website is as simple and as easy as it possibly can be. You want to make sure you're producing content. Content is a way to keep top of mind for your past, potential, and current clients, so that they can potentially do more additional business with you. You want to be doing email marketing as a way to get your past customers back to your website at a later date. And also, if you can do some sort of pixel retargeting as well, when you do start doing your paid advertisement campaigns, then that can really help you out. And that's the difference just between making one-off sales and actually driving customers. You should be obsessed with driving customers to your website and not necessarily just going for the one-off sale, because at the end of the day, it's the customers who are going to consistently buy, who are going to hopefully advocate for your business, tell people about what you're doing, bring in more people, and that is where success lies for you. So I'm not seeing any comments in the chat at the moment, so I'm guessing that there's no comments. But like I said, please do leave me a comment in the comment section. So after this video is broadcasted live, if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer those as well. If you're struggling with anything in particular, do let me know again in the comments, and I will use that as information when I'm creating these videos and these lives. I am also on Instagram at Day Tips, so you can see right there is my handle. I'm trying to point to it. So right there at Day Tips, make sure you are following along the journey on Instagram. Find me on Instagram, send me a DM, let me know what you're struggling with specifically, and I'll do my best to help you guys out as well. Thank you, Unica Dance Events, for showing up and for leaving love and comments. Thank you for everybody else who joined, who didn't leave a comment, so I'm not sure what your names are, but thank you anyway for joining us. I also have the formula, guys. If you haven't downloaded that yet, make sure you do. It's the simple formula, the simple guide to driving leads and sales back to your website on a consistent basis. So if you don't understand the formula yet, then make sure you go and grab a copy and download that from my website. You can go and grab that at daytips.com/the formula. The URL, as you can see, is right there. But I really do hope that this video brought you value. And if it did, then make sure you smash the like button as well, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, share this video with a friend. Have a great day, and I will see you all soon.